I was a real acrobat, and I was a ventriloquist, and a boxer, and a weightlifter. I did about 240 and 50 pounds over my head. And for 55 and 56, I was competing, running, and cycling in every sports meeting. See, Ireland never got organised. They used emigration as a way out. It was a way out. That was it. The world is about people, really. You know, keep fit and live well, eat well, live well. Learn a trade. But the young people, they must learn something. As a young child, I was doing things that were abnormal. Well, I was born delicate, very delicate. But in the literature I got later, I'd say, mostly from Russia, I'd say, never mind if you were born delicate, the best athletes were born delicate, but through that they learned how to see after their bodies. And that gave me inspiration. But my mother was a very amazing woman, and she was an unbelievable worker. The way she worked on the farm was unbelievable. And she always hounded me to learn a trade, to be a carpenter. And I think maybe that inspired me on as well. But on top of that, she was awful, my parents were awful strict. That time, I think it was the way. If you'd done something silly, they'd hound you and threaten you. You disgracing the family and all that thing, see. So the thing was, I was kept under control. My neighbour, Joe Burke, a great farmer, a great Shanachie. When we were young, me and my brother, he used to mend our bikes for us, and that him the time of the Ramley house. Every mile or so there'd be a place where all the neighbours would come to by night to talk and chat. It was the local entertainment. And the day before my first communion, my mother took me back to see Joe's mother. He tied me onto the top of a 25-foot ladder with a little rope. I was only 7 years old. And had me on each shinny walkie around the farmyard with me. And my mother came on him, and there was a big row that I'd get killed. And he still kept doing it. And then his mother gave me 9p for the next day. So that was the argument settled. And he introduced me to the circus people. I got into circus performing. I could have gone away with the circus. They wanted me. It was good enough. And there's 2 circuses to come down here, 3. Duffy's, Fawcett's, and a ragtag circus. It was all stars that had packed up from other circuses, and they became a broken down circus. And they took me in and they gave me ice cream. They took me in. They put a monkey onto the little ladder, and they made a big fuss of me. And they showed me tricks, how to juggle and how to walk in my hands. They taught me cutting the girdle in half. But you know, you put a girdle into a coffin. I made a coffin, made it paint up like a coffin from old wood. And you get a crosscut. You must have another guy with you as well. Or you can do it on your own. And you cut it right down the middle. And she'll come out alive.
How does that work?
Well, I won't go into it because you must try it. Well, now from now on, anybody coming, I'm going to make tea from now on because I've forgotten about it.
You've forgotten how to make tea?
Do you get me? People like it off a taste, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
And from now on, I'm going to. I got heat. Look, I got about 200 tea bags there. Listen now, he never believed this. This, what you're seeing now, proves that I was a real boxer. How to box, I came out. I was coached by Post by Willie Lennon. You can hit a boxer in the belly full whack, even kick him. I could have a guy kick me in the belly and he wouldn't knock me out. I was the best wrestler around here. And I took it all the way to London, and I finished up London champion, rated third in England. That's me there as a winner. The guy I wrestled, he was deaf and dumb, but he was Southern County champion. This was the secret to my success, my weight training. I made these weights when I was 14 years old in 1946. And I was coached by Al Murray of Scotland by post. It cost me £3.10 to send for and he sent me a book. The name of the book was Weightlifting for all the exercises you do for different sports and the real weightlifting. And his style was called the split style. The different systems of training I was doing, my circus training, my boxing training. I was getting, and my weight training, being a real weightlifter, I'd accumulated massive strength. As a 14-year-old, I could compete with men. And I could work with anybody in the planet. Keep going now, listen, because you're more professional than an awful lot of the. Oh, whoo, whoo. Come on, don't. And you see this side here for the. That's where the boxing club was.
On the left?
Yeah, on this side, yes. Side and that. We're leaving here now. We left. I was born there in 1934. And you see for the big building is, you see the bit of grass in going through the stones there?
Yeah.
That was the room I was born in. And that was the stable. The two donkeys and a beautiful horse was there. And there was, for the cars, was the horse carts and donkey carts were there. I told you how I met Chester Kennedy. I should go down the West End to the films, because you know people talk about it being this and that place, you know. But to me it was a beautiful place in Leicester Square, and this girl came up. She was half caste, you know. They call me half caste, beauty. And I said hello, and she said hello, and she stopped, and she told me she was going looking for the hostel there for. She had lost her job somewhere out of town, and she was going to go in there. I said, do you want to come back with me? I said, I'd come for a meal. I will, she said, because I need a man to stay after me. And since then, she was my girlfriend, and she used to work cleaning hotels with her mother. And if she was out of work and no money, you know what she used to do? Down the basement, and there's the gratings, the smoke comes up, and she used to sleep on top of them by night. She was the hardest woman I ever met in my life, you know. And all she ever wanted was take me to the pictures and Sunday dinner. She was able to, she knew how to live. But that was my favourite girlfriend.
But Mick, you're happy enough now.
I'm delighted with that because I'm back where it all started.
Could you just smile there for the camera, or what do you think?
Okay. You see me turn my head a bit? I was taking a better photograph with my head slightly turned.
No, can you? What about a smile?
Well, I haven't much teeth now for smiling.